Okay, so for the 3 standard deviation band approach, we're going to be using the same Panther link file here, but this time we're going to be using the cigarette use data. So you can pull up this link from the previous files, but cigarette use is second from the top, so I'm going to right click, save as, and save it to my desktop. So if I open up Singwin, I can do open file and look at my desktop. And here's our cigarette use. So I'll open it. And our first step is to look for autocorrelation. So I'm going to be looking to test this for autocorrelation. And the way that we do that is click Statistics, Autocorrelation, and check for the baseline first. And this p-value is less than 0.05. So if you'll remember back to our autocorrelation exercise from earlier in the semester, we can just do moving transformation here, or moving average transformation. So I'll close this out and click Statistics, Transform Data, Moving Averages, and Baseline. So now you can see our data is no longer autocorrelated, so I can close this out. And remember, it's going to save it as trans.dbf. So I'm going to click File, Open File, and as opposed to what was saved on our desktop before, this one's actually going to be saved under our local drive. So from the drop-down, we'll go to C, or your C drive, and Singwin32, Files, and if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see transform.dbf. And this is the same data, but with a moving average. So we can click Statistics, Test for Autocorrelation, and the baseline data is no longer autocorrelated. And we can do the same thing for the intervention just to make sure. And our intervention data is not below 0.05, so we're fine here as well. So what you might want to do is just check out your graphs to see what it looks like. So I always recommend doing this first, hitting Graphs, Line Chart, Baseline Intervention, and you can see the moving average transformation up here. It looks a little bit smoother than the intervention data, which we didn't do any transformations to. So once we've done this, we can look at step 12 here. It says to click on SPC charts, and we'll look in the C chart to use the 3 standard deviation band approach. So I'm going to click on Graphs, SPC chart, C chart, and look at baseline intervention. And then our next step is to click Edit Graphs and then add a title. So the title that we want is Practice Evaluation Client. So I'll click Edit Graphs, Title, Main Title, and I can type in Practice Evaluation Client and hit Enter. And that's going to add in a title for me. But it also says that we want the x-axis to be days and number of cigarettes for the y-axis. So I'll click Edit Graphs, Titles, y-axis is going to be number of cigarettes, so I can just copy and paste that in and hit Enter. And again, click Edit Graphs, Titles, x-axis, and that'll be days. And now we've got a title for our graph, number of cigarettes, and the y-axis and days on the x-axis. So I can hit Edit Graph, Copy Graph. So just get a blank Word document, and then you can just copy and paste it right in there. All right, and for the questions, have they experienced a statistically significant reduction in their cigarette use relative to the baseline phase? And for this one, I would say that it was a statistically significant reduction because we can see that there's several points below the lower control limit. Also, it appears to have some staying power because several intervention points are below the 3 standard deviation band approach. So we can say that it was statistically significant reduction, and there were several points that were below the lower control limit.